Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Focus Live Show, brought to you by the Original Hooters, heading into week 3 of NFL action. I'm your host, Derek Tate, alongside Ryan Levy and Matt Bucks, also known as Bucky, as we're going to dive into all kinds of news, notes, and answer any and all of your start or sit questions heading into week 3 of fantasy. Boys, how's it going over there?
It's going great. I'm excited. It's week 3. Got a lot of good games today. I'm looking forward to it. How you doing, Buck?
It's all business over here. As opposed to you two, I actually, took a lot of thought in preparing my outfit for this fine live podcast here, answering all the folks' questions. They need to know that I have a business mentality. Bucky is 9-1 on the year, planning on going 14-1 here today. This is just the start of a brand new era where if I give you advice, you take it because you need to ride to the bank with that advice. Cash it. Get an accrual bond somewhere in there, but definitely want to go ahead and diversify your portfolios today. So let's go ahead and get some winners, boys. Go Bills.
Let's dive. I see the Bills Mafia pin there, bud. Stick it into the middle of the camera if you can find the lens.
Yeah. It's nice. It's got blood on it. Blood dripping down for the Bills. We're just ripping today. We got look at that shirt. This big old barrel-chested man's. Feeling good today, boys.
Nice. Fired up. We already got some folks we had our first pre-show comment from the Crawdad, Crawford, going hola at 9:58 before we even went live. That's dedication, my friends.
Hello.
Craw, what's up, dude?
Hello, Craw.
And the old boy C-Toy over there in Austin, Texas. Tell us how it was over there. You bought tickets on the whim and
stayed for 10 minutes. Left.
And of course, Varun. Hello, guys. Good morning. What's up, Varun? Good to have you back, man.
Hey, Varun, welcome back. I hope you got some barn burner questions for the boys here.
I'm ready for them.
I'm ready to trash these guys' picks.
So we got some news and notes, though. So we got some inactives that are already been announced heading into week 3 of NFL Sunday. Devin Singletary, Bucky, we'll start with your boy over there in Buffalo. He's not going to be a go, unfortunately, against Cincinnati. That Bengals defense would have been a nice matchup. They're going to ride with Frank Gore and, of course, TJ Yeldon. So what do you see the split being between the two Bills running backs?
For this game, it's probably going to be like 65-35 with Yeldon on the lower clip there. I think Yeldon does stand a good chance at a touchdown today, to be honest with you. I think Frank is going to do a lot of the work between the 20s. You bring him in to kind of give him a little bit of a rest. I do see Frank Gore scoring a touchdown today, and I would not be surprised with TJ Yeldon. I look for a good offensive performance across the board from the Bills. Their offensive line is just producing, period. And whether it's on the ground or whether it's passing the football, I feel like there's going to be points scored for Buffalo, probably 3 or 4 touchdowns at minimum. So you're going to have to distribute that somewhere. I think Frank Gore is a really good play as like a RB3, like a flex option. I think Frank Gore is somebody you need to get in there, both standard and PPR.
Nice.
I think Frank Gore gets 20 carries today.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He had 19 last week.
Yeah. And it felt like 35.
Bills have been throwing the ball quite a bit to start the year. I mean, both games to start the season, Allen's thrown the ball at least 30 times. I think Allen's going to have we already talked about it in our DFS episode. I think Allen's going to have himself a monster day against the Cincinnati defense. He's only $5,900 on DraftKings at the steal.
Yes.
So, I love that pick of $5,900, but I do feel the more I think about it, there's going to be a lot of people sprinkling Josh Alpiece in there. So he's starting to get everybody horned up out there in the stratosphere is what he's doing. He's just dangling that arm carrot out there trying to get a rabbit to pick it.
Who's the wide receiver you like the most if you're playing DFS for the Bills pass catchers against that Cincinnati defense?
Cole Beasley.
I'm going Johnny Brown.
I like
downtown to John Brown, baby.
It sounds so weird to be talking about multiple Buffalo offensive options for fantasy football. This is like my dream come true. This is Bucky's wet dream sponsored by Hooters here.
All right. Hey, guys, the chat section is blown up, so let's go ahead and get caught up already. Mark Crawford, hi, Toa. That's cute. You guys interacting. Go live or get the F out. I have to censor myself here. BG, what's up? Go Birds. Yeah, grow up. The objective, safe to drop AB. Guys, I don't want to focus too much on Antonio Brown because that's, this saga is finally over and done with. I hope so anyway for the 2019 season. But I feel as if it's safe to say that you can drop AB. If you want to hold on to him to see if anybody scoops him up, I'm okay with that too. But I think you're okay to drop him.
Cut his ass. Drop his ass. I want no part.
I'm getting rid of this moron. He needs to go into a rehab facility. I don't know what he's doing, but he's gone. And I honestly am concerned for him as a human right now. And I think he needs to just take time away from everything and not post Instagrams of him sitting on a Rolls Royce with a private jet behind it saying, like, I don't care, because at this point in time, Antonio, I make substantially more money than you do. That's sad. That I'm Bucky. Like I have a Ninja Turtle hanging behind me right now. Right. So it's a bad situation for AB. So, get yourself together, because you're a damn good football player. It's sad to see it, but drop him. Yes.
Yeah. Drop his ass to make a long story short. And guys, yeah, I don't want to go too much onto him, but self-destructive behavior. I don't, even if he gets picked up by a team, I still don't trust him to finish the year on the roster. So I think he's done for the year. You can drop him. Oh, and the objective. Hi, thanks for joining us, by the way.
We're going to have a story in like 10 years of 30 for 30 AB, how he went broke so fast. I mean, the guy's an absolute moron. Plus, you don't want that negative energy on your fantasy team anyway.
It is. The virtual locker room was just so tarnished by his presence.
And Dumbbell, good morning, guys. He's under a different alias. I forget exactly.
Yeah, it's Usar Joe.
That's it, Usar Joe. Damn it.
Yeah, that's our guy. One of the OGs. All we need now is Misa to come in.
And Chris Toy says the stadium at UT stinks compared to the Swamp.
Well, every stadium stinks compared to the Swamp.
And Kyle Washnock.
Washnock,
yes. Washnock, yes, Washnaka. Gonna need this rain to stop in Kansas City. We were talking about that. And by the way, that's an update. We had, I believe it was yesterday or on Friday, Damian Williams was ruled out at the running back spot for Kansas City. And Shady McCoy, I believe there was a tweet from one of their beat writers saying McCoy doesn't look very solid in pregame warmups. So, Levy, I'll throw it over to you for Darwin Thompson. Is he a guy that's worth a play in 12, 10-team formats today?
Yeah, I mean, this game's probably going to be sloppy if you made your bets earlier in the week and you took the over, which was, I think it was the highest over of the week at like 53 and a half. It's probably come down at this point. You're not happy with this weather. I think it's going to be, like I said, a pretty sloppy game. And I expect someone in this backfield to have a pretty decent game, because I still think Kansas City is going to find a way to score. Obviously, they still got Mahomes, right? So yeah, I mean, I'm starting him this week. If I've got him in a flex, I'm not starting McCoy, that's for sure. But if you need someone in DFS or if you need a flex, I like Darwin Thompson this week. I don't know how I feel about him long term. You guys know I was high on him this offseason or this preseason, but with the McCoy news, I kind of stayed away. But yeah, I like him today, especially in a rain game.
I actually hate LaShawn McCoy if it's a rainy, sloppy game, because just the nature of how he plays. He's based on quickness, elusiveness,
holding the ball like a bread
holding
loaf.
the ball like I do a bowling ball.
Bread.
He looks like I do at a bowling alley every time I'm chucking one down the lane. It's absolutely preposterous. I love you, Shady, but don't really. The rain is going to be an issue, though, because this is a game that, by all accounts, I mean, this is like a playoff matchup, right? You have the Ravens, who are flying high. You have Kansas City, who probably, I don't know, second best team in the league, would you guys say? It should be a really fun matchup, regardless of weather. And I think for fantasy output, the rain definitely does temper expectations to an extent.
The rain doesn't help, and also it does not help that the Ravens' run defense, you guys have not even brought that up. They've allowed a total of 41 rushing yards through the first two games. So, I mean, I know Darwin Thompson can do some things at catching the ball out of the backfield, but for me, in bad conditions against a run defense that's absurd that they've only given up 41 yards through two games, guys. So I want nothing to do with running backs against this Baltimore Ravens defense, but I'll still roll with Patrick Mahomes. That guy rolls out of bed and throws for 250 and 3 tutties. So that doesn't scare me as far as the pass catchers go for Kansas City, but I'm staying away from the running backs.
How much Wheaties does that guy eat, do you think, each morning before he goes and throws touchdowns, Tate? Like 5-6 bowls?
I think he only needs 2 or 3 bites, man. I mean, that man has enough juice in that arm. He doesn't need to refuel with Wheaties.
No, I think he's more of a sausage burrito guy from McDonald's. He might just stop on his way in, get a couple of those, maybe, some Coca-Cola, a big old spicy Coke from McDonald's.
Tate,
you know what I'm talking about.
Who drinks Coke before a football game? That's just savage.
It would have been great if you just at that moment sipped a Coca-Cola. Like that would have been apt. That would have been good.
Timing. Perfect timing.
All right, let's answer the folks' questions. They're lining up and we're goofing.
Kenny,
off.
what's up, dude?
Denny Glazer, Mac, Murray, or AP. I know Marlon Mack's a little dinged up, but I'm still going to, with all those options, Marlon Mack is the guy I like. And if we're talking about, I'm assuming Latavius Murray among other running backs, not Kyler, it's still Marlon Mack for me if he's a go. Adrian Peterson against that Bears defense, hell no. I want nothing to do with Adrian Peterson against that Chicago Bears defensive front.
So I got AP. He's on the blacklist for this week as well. It's between Lat Murray, and I know people love when we say Lat Murray, but it's harder to say Latavius than it is to say Lat. So I'm gonna err on the side of ease here. But Marlon Mack concerns me, Tate, with this. He's got a calf problem, and as we all know, I mean, I get dehydrated on the regular, and it goes right to my calves. And when I got a bum calf, I can't do my run. And when I can't do my run, I don't get the output. So I'm a little bit concerned if he gets nicked up in this matchup, that he's on the bench for the rest of the game. Latavius Murray's a safe play, and it's hard for me to say. I think he is, Tate. I saw that grimace. Don't do that. That's mean. But Marlon Mack just concerns me, and I don't know. I'd pay more attention to what the reports are as we lead into game time with Mack at the 1 o'clock. I don't think Murray's a bad replacement there, but Mack is who I would lean to. Just know that I have a bit of concern regarding a calf injury heading into this game.
I'm a little concerned too, but I mean I agree. It's between Mack and Murray in this instance, and AP is. I want nothing to do against that Bears defense. I mean they're ferocious, but yeah, I'll go Mack. I don't love any of these options today though.
So I'm staying away from Murray, guys. I mean, obviously Drew Brees got hurt, so I don't want to keep harkening on this a little bit. But we have Teddy Bridgewater under center. We don't know how productive this offense is going to be, and we saw even Alvin Kamara struggle last week without Brees pulling the trigger. So am I going to take the lead running back for the Colts or the backup running back with a lot of uncertainty on this Saints offense? I think it's Mack in a landslide if he plays.
Fair enough.
So the answer is Mack, but again,
the answer is Mack. Roop, what's up, dude? BG, Wentz or Allen?
Ooh, that's hard. I'm going to err on the side of not being a fanboy and say that Carson Wentz has just straight up impressed me throughout the first 2 games of this season. I'm going to go with, yeah.
You looked like shit last week.
I disagree. I think he did a fine job. He had 19 points.
God, the Eagles are, I'm not an Eagles fan right now. They're going to hum-ho their way into a decent season, and then they're going to get hot at the end of the year, and they're probably going to
Did you say hum-ho? I think it's ho-hum.
Oh, I like hum-ho better.
I'm a hum-ho guy.
It's a better dick. Yeah, hum-ho.
To work we go. Anyway.
The Lions better
cadence, better diction on it.
Yes.
So I'm going to go Josh Allen, and it's nothing to do with Carson Wentz. I know that, but he doesn't have Deshaun Jackson, so he kind of loses the long ball. I mean, Nelson Aguilar will get some extra work. Dallas Goedert's also dealing with an injury. I mean, I'm excited to see JJ Arcega-Whiteside or Arcega-Whiteside.
Arcega.
Speaking of which, Alshon Jeffrey, like you mentioned, I think pre-show, he's probable for today's game, but I don't know. I mean, I'd love that matchup, though, for the Buffalo Bills with no Devin Singletary. We're going to see Josh Allen pulling the trigger and tucking that sucker down and running against a weak defense.
Who are you going with, Levy?
I'm going Allen.
Jeez, this feels weird. I need to get more beers. I'm not ready for this.
I just wasn't impressed with Carson Wentz last week. I know that. I mean, we might be singing a different tune if old Brick Hands catches that ball and they win the game, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. Has there been any game over the last 5 years where Alshon Jeffrey has not had a letter next to his name in a fantasy lineup?
No, you guys know I hate Alshon. I don't own a single share. It feels so good.
It's ridiculous every week. It's P, Q, O. It never ends. It's like the alphabet over there. We're going down Alphabet Lane on Sesame Street.
He owns 20% of the alphabet.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, let's move on.
Alshon's alphabet.
So the answer is really Allen, Josh Allen here, 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I'm going Allen.
And that's to a Birds fan. So
weird. Very weird.
Get all that John. You feel me? You feel me, DG. Get that John.
By the way,
BG,
James White. If you're talking about James White, BG, James White has been ruled out for today.
just
So
having
that
a
makes
baby.
the decision very early or very easy.
Yeah, there you go.
Or it's
Barber,
an
though.
IDP, Tre'Davious White.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
No,
I love my IDP, man.
Peyton
Speaking
Barber.
of IDP, I picked up Shaq Barrett, Tater. I know you'll love that.
Oh, I mean, he looked damn good. Looks like a different player there in Tampa Bay. Coming off the edge, he just owned the left tackle for the Carolina Panthers on Thursday Night Football. And it was, by the way, Chris Toy, hot take, Bucks by $1 billion today.
Yes.
Oh, it's Bucks by $1 billion.
Definitely.
It's always Bucks by $1 billion.
Here, I'm going to answer this question real quick. Tater, I know you've been to the stadium as well. You lived in Berkeley for a short time. The Coliseum, absolute dump.
Terrible. I've been.
Okay, I didn't realize you had been too. It is definitely worse than Tropicana Field.
Yes.
It's like, they built this stadium in 1968 or whatever, and it's cool. There's history, it's a pitcher's ballpark, so I can appreciate parts of it. It's just like random things happen throughout the year, and they tried to improve the stadium, much like the Trop, and they just like add these random things all across the stadium. Like they have these field side, basically open suites where there's no like windows, no doors. It's just like you're sitting in a box, not even like a real box. It's just like a concrete, little area that they're calling a suite. Yeah,
it's like Outback Steakhouse. No rules,
just right. It's and the concourse is very thin, and there's people in line, so you're like cutting through lines as you walk around the stadium. It's just very old school. Whatever.
I mean, it's just industrial. It's just weird. You don't feel like you're at a ballpark. You feel like you're in between various warehouses where they're manufacturing like roto gear or something. They're making tires next door in the facility. Like that's what it feels like when you're in there. It's the worst stadium I've been to by far. Not even close.
It's odd because it feels like a car that has they have a lot of issues. It's like the car has a front right tire that's completely flat, needs to be replaced, yet they buy and install a leather steering wheel handle.
Yes.
It makes no sense, the renovations that they try to add.
But if the season ended today, Tampa Bay would be flying to the West Coast to play Oakland. I will be in attendance. I hope the season ends this way. That would be awesome. Anyway, let's go back to football.
Dude, I love Toxic Uprising's avatar. Whatever's going on there just seems absolutely electric and well done. And to answer your question, sir, it's Josh Allen over Baker Mayfield today.
Oh,
I think it's Josh Allen easily.
Plus, I don't like waiting until Sunday night for my quarterback. I get the heebie-jeebies, and it's like so much pressure is on the quarterbacks on Sunday and Monday nights that I don't know. I don't like watching my quarterbacks play in those games. That's a personal thing, and go Bills. We're gonna rip through them, baby.
Man, I think you guys are getting too cute here by going Josh Allen on this one.
What is Baker? I mean, I don't think Baker's looked all that great this season, man.
He's looked good. 15-yard dropbacks to throw the ball 5 yards. It's working well.
You know what? Keep hating on the Brownies.
I'm not hating on the Brownies. They're just Baker hasn't looked great this season. Sorry. I mean,
we're still talking week 3.
I'm being honest here.
I think they're going to probably get crushed tonight, and he's going to have to throw the ball a lot. So hopefully they can protect him a little bit. But I like the Sunday night QB Buck.
Not me. Are we going Josh Allen? We need to answer.
I'm going Josh Allen.
All right, you two go Allen. I'll go Baker.
Allen it is. Don't listen to Levy.
He's a crawdad. Bucks 15-1 on the way to the Super Bowl.
That's correct. That's real.
Concur.
This is an interesting one.
Jared Cook or Jason Witten? Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh man,
I'm going Witten.
Witten all day. Dak looks for him in the end zone every single week. I think he's got 2 weeks, 2 touchdowns. He should have had 3 touchdowns.
It's funny. It's like he's had rent in the corner of the end zone for all of last year, and he was just like living in that space right there in the end zone. And now he's back playing, and he's just like, "Hey, I'm here. I'm in my place of residence. Throw me the football."
Well, inside the 5-yard line, all Witten has to do is take a couple steps and turn around. So speed isn't a factor.
Well, speed doesn't matter. It has never been a factor for him. We don't even need to leverage that. Like that conversation was gone 10 years ago. Yeah. Witten's 40 time. I think I would burn Witten at a 40 right now with a bum knee, with the knee that Levy pierced. He just hit it. It's been on the mend ever since. Levy, I do have a settlement that I'm going to be requesting per the injury, but it's all right. we're making it through. We'll talk offline.
I would go with Jared Cook, even though I do like Witten's chances to possibly find the end zone again, but he's a touchdown dependent tight end, not volume based. So I'm going to go.
But the thing is, what has Cook done to get any trust? I mean,
Nothing.
Witten's done a lot more for trust purposes thus far. I want to get my guy Varun on the right track.
I get it. I understand.
It's Witten, Varun. Don't
Witten, baby. Let's go.
I'm basically never wrong. That's what's happening here.
That's the moral of the story. All right, CJ, thanks for joining us. Woods, Sammy Watkins, or Gordon? Got to pick two for standard formats. I'm going to roll with Sammy Watkins and Josh Gordon with no Antonio Brown. I mean, PPR, really? I would probably go with Robert Woods, but Watkins, even though there are some other pass catching options, I do like Watkins. He should see at least a handful of targets. We know he's a big play wide receiver with a big play, big armed quarterback. And then, of course, Josh Gordon with no Antonio Brown.
I'm going to go with the same picks, Sammy and Gordon, for that big playability.
Sammy, no doubt. Sammy's among the top 3 in target leaders in the NFL through 2 weeks. So there's no doubt about that. But I'm going Bob Woods all day. I mean, you spent a 4th-round draft pick on him. You might as well get him in there in week 3. I mean, I think you can literally flip a coin between Gordon and Woods, but you guys know I'm not a big Josh Gordon guy. I just feel like it's feast or famine with him. You know, I could see him just having a 5 for 67 day with no touchdown. You know, I'm going Bob Woods.
Got it. So Varun, Metcalf, or Joe Mixon? I'm still going to go with Joe Mixon. I know that Metcalf has looked good. By the way, I don't understand why NFL defensive coordinators are even bothering to try to press, bump, and run DK Metcalf. You can't get a hand on this guy. And that's the one way that you know he can get vertical and go by you. I don't understand through 2 weeks why defensive coordinators have not figured that out. But Metcalf has looked good. That offensive line has looked awful for Cincinnati. And the Bills defensively are a good football team. But I'm still going to expect that Mixon, who wasn't on the injury report this week, I think he's healthier with that ankle injury. I'm still going to go with the running back.
It's a touch count thing. And I think Mixon is going to exceed him by like 12 touches in this match.
You just made such a good argument, though, for Metcalf. And you're like, but I'm going Mixon.
It's the old bait and switch.
And then he was winking. I saw a wink in there. Wink.
It's like, do the opposite of what I say. I'm going Mixon too, but I do like Metcalf.
I definitely like Metcalf, but Mixon just for the floor when it comes to touch count.
Oh, Crawdad, this is amazing. Serious question. Who would win in a cage match between Bucky and Matthew Berry?
I'll let you guys answer it. I don't know.
Oh, I'm taking Buck. I'm taking Matt Bucks 100%. Look, I've seen this kid on the basketball court and on the football field. This guy sacked me 3 times in one game, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe even more. Five.
Yeah. One for a fumble in the end zone, which Devin Murray recorded for a touchdown. Devin, if you're out there, shout out. Still love
you.
So I'm going with Bucks. I've seen the quickness. If you try to wrestle him down, he's pretty sneaky, man. Bucky's gonna duck and cover. Bobby,
I don't know. With the bum knee that Levy gave me, I don't know, man.
I'm going Berry strictly because of the knee. Cage match. I'm going.
Let's be honest. I've never lost a fight, so it's me.
We got Benson. You know what? Don't mess with my board, Levy. Benson Tang. Thanks for joining us, man. Galladay, Adams, Diggs, John Brown, Ross, Metcalf. We got to pick 3 for PPR. Okay. Whew. So I'm assuming it's Devontae Adams, check. Galladay, check. And then the last one, I'm going to
Ross and Brown.
I'm going to go John Brown. I'm going to go John Brown. Against that Bengals defense. I'm riding with Josh Allen today.
It is Galladay. It is Adams. So put those aside. So really it's Diggs, John Brown, Ross, or Metcalf. I'm putting Diggs to the back burner. I kind of threw him to the wolves on our regular podcast this week. John Brown intrigues the hell out of me. I don't know. I'm going to go Ross. Ross has been too good, too productive, and he's the second option there in Cincinnati. He's going to be going up on a rookie corner, or not a rookie corner, second-year corner out of Alabama. I think Ross actually has a better game than the other options here, so I'm going to go Ross.
I do like Ross. I haven't been a believer, but I mean, he's been targeted a lot now through 2 weeks, and he's producing. But I'm still going Diggs, boys.
Got it. Yeah. One more week with Diggs. One more week with Diggs. We got to see something.
What do you mean he scored still? He still scored.
Which Why are you yelling? Fantasy owners.
Because you say one more week like he hasn't done anything. He's produced.
You're so mad right now.
I am, because you guys are getting too cute. You're going to start John Ross.
I didn't say John Ross.
John Ross
has scored more fantasy points than Stephon Diggs up to this point.
That's an anomaly.
I don't think it's an anomaly. This is a third-year guy now. Like, what are you talking about?
Diggs is being underused, and I agree, he's got a favorable matchup, but I don't know. There's things that I've seen from this Vikings offense that make me feel uncomfortable about starting Diggs if I have other good options. So that's all. Varun has been killing us with questions this morning. Thank you, Varun.
No, you don't kill us. You give us life, Varun. And thank you.
I was saying he was killing it with the questions. My apologies.
You said killing us.
I did say killing us, not killing it. My apologies. Varun, Emmanuel Sanders or Devonta Freeman or the double or. I like the double or. DJ Moore in flex PPR with Cam Newton's officially out, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right. No DJ Moore. I'm going Devonta Freeman one more week over Sanders, even though in a PP. Never mind. That's too risky. Sanders. I don't want to tell the guy and give Varun bad advice and go risky when Sanders has looked great. So PPR Sanders.
Sanders for me. Freeman stinks.
I'm going to let it ride with Freeman one more time, but for solidarity, I think that's a good problem to have in your PPR spot. Sanders or Freeman, both quality options. I would go for Freeman, but the rest of this crew of fledgling folks went with the other option there. I don't like that. I go running back.
And by the way, do too. And Roop's got seeing you. The Millers are already flowing, Buck. That's all.
Yeah, it's just beer one. So we'll see where this goes.
I still expect Bucky to have a big fantasy day when it comes to Down and Brews. Stanley, Robert Stan, what's up, buddy? Philip Lindsay or Shady McCoy in the flex PPR. Asking for a family member. That's great.
Sure, Rob.
Sure, bud, sure.
Yeah, which one of your children?
I'm going to go Philip Lindsay. I know it's been a rough start for Philip Lindsay, but McCoy banged up in bad weather against a stout defensive unit. I'm going to go Lindsay.
Yep, Philip Lindsay for me.
Yep, same.
All right, one of the original commenters of YouTube, B, still can't find A out there. Marlon Mack, or should I trust Kerryon Johnson instead? Look, Marlon Mack's banged up. I'm going with Kerryon Johnson.
No doubt.
Correct. Go get Kerryon in there. Carry on, my wayward son. Seek and prosper.
Chris Toy with a serious lineup question, though. It doesn't matter what you think. Move on. That's good. I like that. Nathan K, what's up, bud?
Hey, Nathan.
Which two wide receivers would you start, and who should I play? Is a flex in standard league between Galladay, Marvin Jones Jr., Tyrell Williams, Deebo Samuel, or Jalen Samuels? I think it's Galladay.
He needs two.
Well, wait. Galladay is one.
Yeah, that is you did say that correctly. That is
and Deebo. One more. I'm going Deebo in a standard. You know, Deebo, here's the concern with Deebo right now. It's snap count. And in a standard, that really doesn't matter to me, right? I'm trying to get those big productive plays, and Deebo's been involved. He's been in the run game. He's been in the pass game. He's effective at the line of scrimmage. He runs great routes, and I love the guy. Give me Deebo and Galladay here.
Don't we need to pick three of these? Because he says which two wide receivers and who should I play as a flex?
Okay.
So I think we need to pick three. If
Tyrell Williams, Deebo, and Galladay. Those are the three that I'm rolling.
That's who I like.
I agree 100%. I mean, not in that particular order. Deebo's my flex.
I want to see Deebo play more, though.
Me too.
I don't really understand why they're kind of easing him in, because I think he's their most explosive playmaker.
He's up there. I mean, I like when he gets the ball in his hands. He's great after the catch.
Yeah.
I mean, they even got him on a reverse earlier in the season. I forget if it was week 1 or week 2. I think it was week 2. But point is, Deebo needs to see the ball more. Matt Butcher, what's up? Full PPR, pick 3, please. Devontae Adams, T.Y. Hilton, Fitz, Watkins, or Scary Terry. So Adams is an automatic. And right now, you got to go with Fitzgerald. the air raid offense has been kind to Larry Fitzgerald so far. I don't know if he can keep it up all year, but as of right now, until we see a dud from Larry Fitz, I'm rolling with Fitz, and then Watkins is the guy I'm going to go with.
Who's Scary Terry? Am I dumb?
McLaurin.
Oh, wow. I
was saying this on the fantasy debate. Are you guys? That's Terry Rozier's nickname. I hate how they stole it from Scary Terry Rozier and just stamped it on Terry McLaurin. Give the man his own damn nickname.
The Terrier.
The Washington Terrier.
Yeah, the Terrier. I'm more scarier and more Terrier over here, boys. I think that's some great options there. If you
great
three of those, Devontae Adams, it's Larry Fitzgerald. I'm going to go Watkins though.
Yeah, you can't bench Watkins now.
I can't bench him, but Terry McLaurin now, Scarier and Terrier is a very good player. I really love the kid, but he's due to have an upsetting game for owners out there. He's just due. I'm starting him in a league though. I am starting him in a PPR.
I was going to say for all the hate that T.Y. Hilton's been getting.
By the way, great initials, great name, Matt Butcher. I love that.
If your nickname wasn't already Bucky, we might go with Matt the Butcher Buck. But anyway, all right. So pick two, please. Running back Carson.
I eat a lot of meat.
The Butcher. I like that.
The Butcher. Carson, Jacobs, and Gore. Got to pick two for PPR. We'll know with Rashad Penny today, right? Penny's
Correct.
out. So Carson's an automatic start.
100%.
Now, we haven't talked about Josh Jacobs yet. Buck, why don't you go ahead and fill us in, bud?
So apparently he had an illness, which I would love to actually acquire, in which he lost 10 pounds over 6 days. If I could figure out the secret behind that sauce and I could employ that strategy, I would love to lose 10 pounds in 6 days. But that's concerning if he's truly playing at like 205 instead of 215, 220. And for my playing weight, I'd like to keep it under control. So if you could just, shoot me a DM, I'm online. It's at Bucks59. You can just holler at me. Let me know what the strategy is, how you acquired this problem, and lose some weight. But he's going in. He's a weakling now. He's going in with 10 pounds underweight, probably been puking. There's been probably a lot of visits to the bathroom that haven't been that pleasant for him, it seems like. So I'm a bit concerned because I'm in no shape right now to go out and run a marathon or play an NFL football game. So just some concern out there in the streets for Josh Jacobs.
So are you going Gore over Jacobs?
I think Gore is going to get volume big time. And big volume. So Frank Gore, Chris Carson, until we really know what the truth is on Jacobs, which we won't in the next 2 hours, it's Frank Gore for me. Damn, that's weird to say.
It's so tough to say Frank Gore over Josh Jacobs if Jacobs is active, though. That's tough. But, I mean, against the matchup, against the Cincinnati Bengals and no Devin Singletary today, I would actually, if Jacobs is been suffering from an illness all week, Gore would probably be the safer play.
By the way, Alshon is out, gents. I know we talked about it earlier. He's officially
out.
He was a P. He had a P, and now he's an O.
He went from a P to an O in a matter of minutes. That's just a typical Alshon. This is why you don't draft Alshon.
He's so damn frustrating.
Gosh, that's awful. Dropping X Science Xbox. Thanks for joining us. Yeah.
Yes.
Half point PPR flex. Carlos Hyde, John Ross III, Mike Williams, or LaShawn McCoy. So we just got to pick one. I'm going to go with a half point PPR. I'm going to go with Carlos Hyde. I like what I've seen from Hyde so far early in the season.
Yep. He's the one that really stood out to me when you present this lineup. If it was full point PPR, I might change my logic a bit. I might lean to like Mike Williams to have a day where he gets like 5 for 100 and a touchdown. But Carlos Hyde's going to get carries. And Houston is a good team. And I think they're going to have a good game there. So, yeah, give me Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, I'm going Hyde as well. He's looked great, man. He's got fresh legs. He looks sharp. He looks spry out there. Give me some Hyde.
All right, so we got another one, Kyle Washnock. Another half-point PPR. James Conner on the blacklist this week with a question mark. I have Kamara and Aaron Jones as my other backs. From what I saw from Aaron Jones last week, you're starting him over James Conner.
Yes.
And Kamara too. I mean, if that's even within question, I know Kamara had a rough week, but it's Kamara and Aaron Jones easily for me.
Sorry, boys. Had to refill the holes.
Oh, I heard it.
Beer 2. Let's go.
So, Bucky, James Conner, Kamara, Aaron Jones, pick 2.
Kamara and Jones.
Yep.
There you go.
Unanimous. Kenny Glazer. Also have Jordan Howard. Would you take him over Mac or stay with Mac and hope for the best?
I would much rather just hope. Don't
You could
Don't
just drop Jordan Howard. He's useless.
I'm still hanging on to him. He's like a problem relationship that you're like, this ain't working. But
It's been a problem for a long time.
I'm gonna hold on to hope.
Jordan Howard, a new hope, a new Star Wars saga.
Every time you see Jordan, every time you get a text from Jordan Howard, you kind of shiver. Like, I don't like this.
Chris Toy, Bucky, where are the damn Bush lights? What are you doing?
I upgraded.
Traitor.
I upgraded. And it's harder than it used to be to find Bush Light. We've been through the saga. If the Sunoco, which then got bought out by 7-Eleven, was still the Sunoco that I know and love and was friends with management, if you don't remember, my guy Mo, who ran the joint, he was the man. And they had Bush Light. They had Bush Light for good prices, and then they all of a sudden started shifting astronomically into the stratosphere where they were very expensive now, comparable to Miller Lights. And now they don't even have the Bush Lights. I don't even have that as an option. My Publix near me doesn't have Bush Lights. It's basically just a Bush Light epidemic. An epidemic meaning we don't even have them. They're dead.
In other words, Bucky's too good for the Bush lattes now.
That's not true. I still love you.
We get sponsored by Hooters. Bucky drops the Bush.
Oh.
You hate to see it, boys. Let's move along. We got so many questions. Let's answer these.
Let's go. Rapid.
It's a great problem to have. All right, so Wash Knock. Do you guys like Kerryon Johnson's matchup this week against Philadelphia? And I'm torn between flexing him and Mac this week. Mac going against the Atlanta Falcons. So Kerryon, I don't like the matchup against Philadelphia's defensive front. Hell no, I don't like it. But I trust him more than Marlon Mack, who's dealing with a calf injury. And what I get that they've been giving snaps to CJ Anderson and Ty Johnson.
CJ's gone.
It's maddening. It's maddening for Lions owner or Kerryon Johnson owners.
But Anderson's gone. They cut him.
Did they cut him over the week?
Yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah.
They cut him on Tuesday.
Oh my God. All right. Well then start Kerryon Johnson. Why is this a question? It's embarrassing me. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
That's the second time we've had that question, I believe, Mac or Kerryon. I'm going Kerryon all day.
Kerryon, and he hasn't really impressed. He's played solid, but I still haven't seen that it game where I'm like, this is the man moving forward.
He dropped the pass last week, and he actually bobbled the one touchdown reception that he had.
It was pretty after he bobbled it, though.
I mean, yeah, once he got the ball in his hands, once he secured it, but
once he got it.
He had another wheel route up the rail, and Staffy put it in his hands, and he dropped it. But
and for me, it's not about matchup here. It's about the player. Kerryon Johnson is a player. He's getting touches. He's being productive week to week. I think he's averaging like 18 points or something like that in the PPR. So half PPR, you're probably at, 15, 14. I'd say that's an easy start.
I'm going Kerryon. So Bryant Garcia, it just says Lamar Jackson. Yeah, he's having a really good year.
He's going to run for 100 yards today in the rain.
Look, this might be the best comment we've had. Lamar Jackson, enough said. Start him.
That's it.
Yeah, that's perfectly said. Thanks for joining us, Brian. A-Rod 4804. Will Disley, Jared Cook, or Eric Ebron for starting tight end. If those are your options, man, that's really the cherry on the diarrhea shake. I would. Disley had a good week. So
Disley.
It's Disley.
You can't start a tight end. Disley. I don't want a Teddy Bridgewater tight end right now. He looked like ass last week.
Guy, figure out how to place your legs when you're taking snaps because you're scaring all the kids out there. You look like a string bean taking a snap. I don't like it.
LeBron scored just because of a shovel pass. He's dead. Let's go.
He's not dead, but I prefer Disley. I actually advised somebody this week that slid into my DMs. They're open always, folks. I advise them to go ahead and pick up Disley. I like Disley.
Slippity slide in the Bucks DMs. Chris Toy, real rainy day, slippery and sliding in Kansas City. And Robert Stanley, gonna stick it to you today, old boy. I like the old comment section, trash talking. Well done. Chris Quintero, which topping should I add to my La Segunda breakfast sandwich?
See, breakfast sandwich is tough. For me, it's only hot sauce on breakfast sandwich. I don't mess around with mayonnaise. I don't mess around with any sort of ketchup. Strictly hot sauce when we're dealing with eggs. I'm assuming there are eggs involved here. La Segunda, I mean, it's a quality product. You really don't need to go crazy with the accoutrement for the sandwich. And you just go ahead and eat that bad boy as delivered, and you'll have a good time.
Yeah, breakfast sandwich should just consist. I mean, Levy, I ordered straight sides one time when we went out to brunch.
Yes, confirmed. We went to a fancy brunch joint, and Tate was like, I'll get a side of potatoes.
And didn't it end up being like $19 for like
it all ended up being the same. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and say Jizzy Jeff.
I think it's more Jazzy Jeff. But I like Jizzy too.
Jizzy Jeff. Thanks for joining us.
Jeff, thanks for joining us. LaShawn McCoy worth a start today. And I'm going to say, depending on your options, this is all relative, but yeah, with no Damian Williams, if McCoy's a go, then he's worth a look. It's just bad conditions against a tough run defense. It's tough sledding.
I'm not huge on McCoy this week.
No, I don't want it. No.
It's all relative to your lineup, though. That's all.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly. I need to know what the other options are.
Let us know, Jizzy Jeff, what the other options are. Jared Bolduck.
He did. He learned to comment. It said, "Why can't I comment?" That's a comment. And then
comment.
There we go. So, Jared, are you good? Do you have questions? Please hit us up. Let's move on. We have Sovisha.
Yeah, Sovisha, sock, PPR flex, Curtis Samuel, John Rock.
First off, it's suck. Okay.
It says SOK. That's not sock?
Suck.
All right. Well, anyway, point is Curtis Samuel, John Ross, or LaShawn McCoy.
Ross.
I'm going to go John Ross with no Cam Newton under center. Curtis Samuel's actually looked pretty good.
I love Curtis Samuel. He's a good player.
He's gotten open, and Cam just couldn't hit him last week against the Bucks. Otherwise, he would have had a big day. But I'm going John Ross. Kenny Glazer, do you guys do game predictions?
Yes.
Bills by 1 million.
Bucks by 1 million. Or Bucks by 1 billion.
Yeah. Bills only by 1 million.
We'll save the last 5 minutes for game predict. We'll go through each match and we'll put our bets out.
Yeah,
there
we still have about 55 minutes left, folks. So trust me, we'll get into it. We got a lot of questions. Hey, thank you everybody for participating. We really enjoy doing this. We love answering your questions.
Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, like, subscribe. We got podcasts. I mean, shoot, at this rate, we have something new every day out, just about.
Pretty much.
It'll make your head spin.
Yeah, anywhere you get podcasts, it's if you're tuning in for my sultry voice, that's great. I do appreciate it. My voice definitely appreciates it. I don't want to hear from Levy, so I don't listen to the parts where Levy talks. But when Tate talks, there's really good information. So it's just like there's a lot going on the podcast. Please tune in, like, subscribe. In all seriousness, Levy, though, I don't. I tune you out completely.
It's fine. I mean, if you want to try to carve your own path to your first fantasy championship, go ahead.
Beautiful, gentlemen.
I'm just playing.
And by the way, I love seeing that people really come into their own in the comment section. Jared says, "There we go. I figured it out. How to comment in the comment section." Well done, bud.
All right, and then we're gonna get a question after. Is this cousin Dick?
This is cousin Dick. Damn it. Marvin Jones, Mike Williams, Boyd, McLaren, Aguilar needs to start 3 in a PPR format. Wad, it's your cousin, so you go ahead and answer cousin Dick first.
I'm going to go Boyd, McLaurin. No. Boyd, Aguilar, and McLaurin.
I'm going Boyd, McLaurin, Mike Williams.
I'm with Buck.
That
exact three. All right, Jared, standard format. TY sits, play Hollywood or Sanders.
Emmanuel Sanders.
I like this Kansas City matchup. I'm going Hollywood Brown.
Really?
Yeah.
In the rain?
In the rain. Dude, a lot of times offensive players have the advantage when it's a rainy conditions because they know where they're going. Defenders don't. They have to react. So, and Hollywood Brown looks like he's one of the fastest players in the NFL through the first 2 weeks. And he's been dealing with injuries and didn't play most of the preseason. So, and Lamar Jackson's lighting it up against a Kansas City secondary that they're going to put up points and may have to keep up. So I'm going with Hollywood.
But can't you just see an 80-yard, 1-touchdown game from Sanders as we've seen through the first 2 weeks?
With 5 or 6 receptions, absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, so Jared, but in a standard format, this is standard again. So
I know
the receptions don't come into play for me.
I can read. I'm able to read.
For the record, Ty is playing.
Yeah. So, but if he wants to sit T, would you
Sure.
start either of those other options over Ty?
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah.
I'd start him probably both this week over Ty.
At this stage in the game, if you have Sanders, Hollywood Brown, and T.Y. Hilton, you can't factor in where you drafted them, right? You need to play the best players, and I think that's why, if T.Y. sits, well, here's the thing. At this point, I think both of those options are better than T.Y. Hilton, considering we still don't know what we're getting out of Jacoby Brissett.
I'm with you, Buck. I'm going Sanders.
Yeah, I'm going against the grain. I'm going Hollywood. Peter Orzoko. We've got the crying Jordan. Default.
Hey, I love
Peter Orozco.
That's what it
Peter
is.
Orozco.
Orozco. Marlon Mack or Matt Breida in a standard league. Breida all day for me against the Steelers.
Yeah, it's Breida. It's too bad that Marlon Mack's dinged up. Damn Cavs. I wish we didn't have them, although mine are quite robust. All right.
Mine are itty bitty. It sucks. Mark Crawford, the Crawdad, standard league, pick 2. Metcalf, Landry, or Hollywood Brown. I am going Hollywood Brown and DK Metcalf.
Ooh.
Yes.
I agree. That's crazy to leave Landry out, but it makes sense. It makes sense, right? In a standard format, everything is completely shifted on its head for the receiver position. I just want to say this, because I play in a combination of PPR, which I do prefer. I just like high-scoring games. I like knowing that I can lean on a floor of like 5 catches and have somewhat of an output there. But one thing that stands out in standard is take those chances, right? Go for the guys that hit home runs. Put them in your lineup, because what does a guy like Emmanuel Sanders really get you in the end if he doesn't score a touchdown, right? He's not accumulating
points.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just, you got to change your whole line of thinking with receivers, and you go for the home run guys. I think DK Metcalf is a great play if you're looking for a home run.
And speaking of which, Jared did mention it's raining hard in Kansas City. Look, if that deters you and you don't want to mess with the rain, then go with Emmanuel Sanders over Hollywood Brown. I totally understand, given the weather circumstances, why you'd want to go in a different direction.
Nuclear Burrito 02?
Ooh, I love that. He's even got a logo.
Every burrito I've ever eaten has been quite nuclear.
I was going to say, it's nuclear on me too.
Let me tell you. I can relate, my friend. T.Y. Hilton or Kenny Golladay. It's Kenny Golladay for me.
Kenny against that Philadelphia secondary. Yeah, they're allowing 340 yards through the game or through the air per game. Yeah, I think that's a great matchup. Go with Golladay. JP covers. Someone is, what is it? Dougie covers. They're stealing the username. But thank you for joining us, JP.
Which Williams, Tyrell, or are we saying this is Tyrell, or are we saying this is Mike? Probably Mike.
Yeah, we need a little bit of clarification on that.
I'm going Woods over either of them.
Oh yeah. I like Bob Woods just because he's Rude Boy Bob, and he comes out there, cashes checks, breaks necks.
And I also want to know if it's a standard or a PPR, because I would go Mike Williams over Robert Woods in a standard format, but in a PPR, I would go with Woods. So I like me some Mike Williams. Watching him play, in person last week he just does some damn things that are crazy. But Anthony DiTomaso, thank you for joining us. Pick one for flex. Carry on, Aguilar or Metcalf, PPR. Carry on.
Same. Carry on.
Carry on, my wayward son.
There
will be peace when we are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Carry on.
Need one, Michelle, Connor, Mac, and Mostert. I started Fournette already, leaning towards Michelle in a full point PPR.
It's Michelle. It's Michelle.
It's Michelle.
Give us the Michelle stat.
I don't like Michelle. Last week, he didn't break a single tackle, according to, I think it was like ESPN reviewing it. I get it. The volume's going to be there. They're playing the Jets. They should be up. They should be running the ball early, often, in all game. But I just don't like Michelle. I'm going to go with Michelle, though. Damn it. That's the one.
I'm going Michelle as well. I said last week he'd score 2 touchdowns. They reviewed his second touchdown, and they said he didn't get in, even though I believe he did. So this is the week he scores 2 touchdowns.
Isn't it me, or does he look completely different than how he looked when he was at the University of Georgia? He just looks like a plotter in between the tackles in the NFL, which he wasn't at Georgia. It's crazy. Chris Toy, Just glad Witten is no longer on Monday Night Football. Boog from the rafters.
I gotta admit,
box.
I missed the spaceship. I can't. That gave us so much great comedy during last year's podcast with, checking in from Boog in the spaceship out there, just floating around Uranus.
Nothing like Booger McFarland obstructing your view for your high dollar tickets on Monday Night Football.
That was the best part when you'd see the photos that season ticket holders at the 50-yard line are posted. It's just Boog in his spaceship with flat screens.
Flat screen TV. Just chilling.
Bring that back. No, but honestly, I think Booger's been awesome in the booth. I think he is a great addition to that Monday night full-time crew.
It has clarity. I feel like Booger doesn't feel like he has to pick up and save Jason Witten's carcass up there as color commentary. It has it's defined roles.
He's good.
You got Tessitore play-by-play and Boog doing the commentary.
Like, I feel like if you had me, Boog, 24 Miller Lights, 12 Busch Lights, and 2 microphones calling a game, that would be electric.
Yeah, I agree. I would pay to see that.
We really need to push for that on social media.
This one's tough.
Johnny Dub, Shady McCoy, or Peyton Barber today in a half-point PPR.
Shady.
I'm going to go Peyton Barber.
I'm going Peyton Barber too, man.
I just hate Peyton Barber.
I'm not saying I don't either, but
I don't think Shady even finishes this game. He's banged up, and they just need him. They're rolling him out there. It's going to be the Darwin Thompson show today.
Okay.
That's fair.
Zach Rankin, thanks for joining us. Woods, Jacobs, or Mixon in a half-point PPR flex spot.
Still Mixon. I hate to say it, it's still Joe Mixon. You
rolling.
gotta roll the dice. You spent a lot of money on him in terms of the value where you drafted him. You got to roll him out there, Joe Mixon.
But you said that doesn't matter.
It does matter with this.
With this, I agree, it matters.
Like, when we're talking wide receivers, it's a little bit different, but we're talking about a 0.5 PPR flex spot. Mixon's still the pick.
All right. I mean, I'm starting him in 3 leagues, so I don't feel great about it, but I'm doing it.
I'm going to go Mixon myself. So
right.
one more week. I think that hopefully they get those offensive line issues straightened out there in Cincinnati. Timothy Sheehan, thanks for joining us. Trade Kyler for Tyrell Williams. For Tyrell Williams, unless you got a nice backup.
No.
I mean, if you got a nice other option at quarterback, yeah, I would pick up a low-end wide receiver too for a quarterback. Why not?
I would do this trade.
I'm sticking with Kyler.
He's not your starter. I would do. There you go.
Okay, so he has Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Trade Murray for yes. In this case, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you have Winston Minshew available, pick up one of those, stash him, get Tyrell Williams. He's been productive.
Levy, you want to go ahead and take a crack at this last name? It's our boy Mike B.
That's Brzezinski.
Yeah, that's
that one's easy.
Well, I mean, anyway, playing my good friend today. He's playing against me. So fantasy football is extra special. Oh, that's near and dear to my heart, Mike B. Curtis Samuel or Will Fuller in a PPR. I'm not going to give him advice. You guys go ahead and go.
I'm going Will Fuller with no Cam Newton.
Wait, so you're the person that Mike is playing against?
Yes.
Oh, no shit. Mike, kill him. Give me Will Fuller here.
Okay. Thanks for joining us, Mike. Thanks for being in the Listeners League, too. Big shout out. Danny Messi, welcome back. Curtis Samuel, Will Fuller, or DK Metcalf? I'm going to go Will Fuller. I'm going to go Will Fuller. I feel like he's due for a big game.
Is this PPR? Danny, looking great in that suit as always. There's a twinkle in my eye when I see that avatar. It looks so good. Look at that. That's a man right there. That's a man doing business. All right, back to the question. I'm probably going to lean on Will Fuller here again. I'm higher on that offense than I am the other 2 sets. And DK Metcalf is just such a crapshoot. I'm assuming it's PPR. If it's PPR, it's still Fuller for me.
I'll go Metcalf, but I do like Fuller.
All right, so B is back. Greg Olsen or O.J. Howard in a PPR format. Guys, I'm going Olsen. Matchup is very nice. I know Kyle Allen is starting today for the Carolina Panthers, but O.J. Howard seems to be lost in this offense. So until I see something from Howard, Olsen had a nice week last week. I'm going Olsen.
Yeah, Olsen.
It's Olsen.
I hate to say it.
I want to throw the dice though with
Howard.
O.J. Yeah. I'm going to go
Howard one
Howard.
more
I'm going
time.
to say Howard, but Christ, it sucks. Just throwing the football. Make a point out of throwing your best athlete the football. That'd be pretty cool. Let's do that.
Timothy Sheehan, another one. Sanders, Debo, or Curtis Samuel as the wide receiver 3. I'm going to go Sanders. Sanders, by far, the one that has the best floor.
Agreed.
He's their number 1 threat. Put him in there.
Shout out Damo. Morning, Yinzers. Any news on TY? If not, McLaurin or pick up Shepard from waivers.
TY's playing, but I do prefer McLaurin to TY this week.
I would still roll with TY, even though I love what I've seen from. What are we calling him now? The Terrier?
Yeah, the Terrier. Terrier McLaurin.
Yeah, I like what I've seen from McLaurin, but I'm going to go with T.Y. Hilton.
Shout out Damo.
Shout out Damo.
I'm going T.Y. as well, Damo.
The Wicked Roller. And look at, Roll Tide, I'm assuming, according to your avatar. With the downpour in Kansas City, should I play another kicker besides Butker?
I would.
Yeah, me too.
I would just cut a guy named Butker.
No, he's a good kicker.
He's a good kicker. What are you talking about?
No. Give me Eddie Pinheiro, the spicy jalapeno.
Oh,
Ian, what's up, dude?
Just because he's a Gator. Ian Court, anybody in the chat room or in the chat, Robert Woods, Diggs, Randall Cobb, or John Brown need to sit too. Well, that means you need to pick 2 as well. So I'm going to go Bob Woods and John Brown today.
I'm starting Bob Woods and Diggs.
Bob Woods, John Brown.
All right, so
clear eyes, full heart, can't lose.
Can't believe you guys are willing twice now to start John Brown.
Have you not seen that John Brown has been way more involved in the passing attack than Stephon Diggs in Minnesota?
Who has more fantasy points?
Something tells me that Levy has been watching Bills football the way he should. If he wants to take notes on what a real team looks like, you tune into a Buffalo game. You then listen to WGR afterwards for 2 hours. You listen to the maniacal callers that have just asinine ideas about everything the team's doing wrong, even though they're winning in blowout games. That's a Bills life. And you need to get back tuned in because life is gonna pass you by, Ryan. And when life passes you by, you can't look back. You can't turn back, And I'll take a quote from Oasis. Don't look back in anger.
You got the live audience here at the Tate household. Bucky's got him rolling.
Yeah, I'm feeling it today, boys. Beer number 2.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Thanks for joining us. PPR, need 2. Mostert, McCoy, Duke, or Chris Thompson.
Ew.
Leave me. That's rude.
I think it's Chris Thompson and McCoy, believe it or not.
I'm going Mostert. I'm going Mostert for sure in one of the spots.
Yes, I agree.
It's hard for me to say if McCoy's going to get the starting nod to sit him for Duke Johnson. But I'm still going to go with I just don't trust McCoy's health today. That's the biggest thing. I'm going to go with Duke.
I'm going to go Mostert and McCoy. I almost feel like you could pick up someone better for your second option.
Why not Chris Thompson though? Chris Thompson has had a productive couple of weeks.
He's worth a start in a PPR format. He is. I want to stay away from Washington pass catchers not named Terry McLaurin.
That's fair. That is fair. Derek.
BG, Lamar Jackson or Carson Wentz? BG. Look, you have Lamar Jackson. Start Lamar Jackson. Don't overcomplicate it.
This is like a Rolodex of questions from him. Like it's just peeling back onion layers trying to get to his quarterback situation here. I'm going to go Lamar Jackson. The guy is rolling.
Yeah, I think he runs for over 100 today in the rain.
I know. If I've heard you say that once, I'm going to hold you to it. How much do you want to bet on it?
I don't know.
That's a lot of rushing yards, my friend, in a rainy game. So I know you're not going to take that bet. Ian Court, Bob Woods, Diggs.
Oh, we did this one.
We did.
He just typed it twice because we're backlogged.
Yeah, we are backlogged. All right, so here we go. Rapid fire. Usar Joe, aka Dumbbell. I need 2. Breda, Mostert, Carson, Lindsey, Montgomery, Emmanuel Sanders. Was going with Mostert and Breda with Penny out. I want Carson, and I'm going to go Breda.
Carson and Breda.
Carson and Montgomery.
against that Washington front, actually. Damn it, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go. I just don't trust the Bears offense right now. That's why
fair.
I'm going to stick with the 49ers, the guy who's leading the charge.
We still don't know up from down with the Bears right now.
True.
We're still trying to calibrate that beast. And then once we calibrate, we ride. We ride on a steed.
And look, Messi's got us covered in the comments section, helping out our boy Ian Court. What a guy, Danny Messi. All business in the comments.
Can we call him all business, Danny?
All business, Danny. New nickname termed.
Thank you for agreeing with me, by the way.
It's that meme. It's the haha business.
Yes.
All right, Vasquez. What's up, man? Good morning,
Vasquez,
brother.
That's one of the guys right there. One of the OGs. He's up there with B.
He's coming at us with a possible head scratcher or a helmet scratcher if you're Derek Tate. I need 2 to start and 2 to sit. Tyler Boyd, Aguilar, Hyde, or Hollywood Brown. If you
Boyd and Hyde.
If you can give us some context on the format, I would like some context on that. I would go with Boyd, and if it's a standard, I'm going Hyde. If it's a PPR, I give the nod to Hollywood Brown.
Okay.
I'm going Boyd and Hyde with Hollywood was my third choice.
I feel like Boyd and Hyde is just like one of those hipster bars that you could go to. Like, hey, meet me at Boyd and Hyde.
Look, all business Danny, just crushing the comments section. He's got you Star Joe covered. Breda and Carson, no doubt. That's easy.
Let's bring him in.
If you want to join us on the pod, all business Danny, shoot us, slide into the DMs on one of our social media accounts.
ABD.
And he's even got Vasquez covered too. Brown and Boyd. Yeah, just fire away, Danny. Oh, Danny boy, Vasquez. All right. So also I'm throwing a prayer for a new tight end, Hawkinson. I'm leaning into Dawson Knox, Buck. Look at that. We got a Dawson Knox sighting as far as a fantasy mention. And then Hayden Hurst, since Baltimore is catching everything everywhere. I mean, between Hawkinson, Knox, and Hurst, I mean, if you have to take a tight end flyer, Levy, which way are you going?
I'm actually sticking with Hawkinson. I know he shat the bed in week 2 after a great week 1, but I mean, they just didn't target him enough. So I'm sticking with Hawkinson for another week, but I'm not playing Hayden Hurst if I'm throwing a dart here for sure. But I would go Knox over Hurst.
Dawson Knox, throw him in there. He's got to start catching balls.
Hawkinson's still the answer, though.
Yes. Yeah,
opportunity Knox for Dawson Knox, but I am going to go with TJ Hawkinson. I mean, if we like Kenny Golladay because of that secondary being off to a rough start there in Philadelphia, Hawkinson should see some opportunities today. I'm going to go with Hawkinson of those 3 options. Rock out. We saw that you subscribed earlier this week. Thank you for joining us again and subscribing. We really appreciate it. RB2, full PPR, Duke Johnson or Darwin Thompson, or pick up Justin Jackson or Burkhead or Latavius Murray. Holy hell, there's a lot of Darwin Thompson.
Darwinism. Week 3.
Charles Darwin.
I'll go with Darwin Thompson. I'll go with Darwin.
I think Burkhead scores today, though.
Oh, no. Now you have to throw in that little dangling modifier at the very end, Wad, just to get somebody to think as we move on.
There's going to be a running back controversy after week 3 because Darwin Thompson's gonna ball today.
All business Danny.
The New England Patriots are a consistent running back controversy. You don't have a damn clue. And Bill Belichick could give 2 shits. Does not care about your problems.
Crawdad giving Quakey some love in the comment section. All business Danny just firing away. Damian Harris is playing for the first time. Look, I wanted to bring that up because there's no James White. One guy, if you can go pick him up and just see how he plays and whatever the hell his role is going to be this week. I really liked what I saw from Damian Harris in the preseason. Yeah. And if he can shine out with some of his opportunities today, we could see him get more and more involvement and looks and possibly even be active if White is healthy. So Tate trying to pronounce names should be its own bit.
Tate, you're worse than I am at pronouncing names, dude.
Trying to fire away there. I need the phonetic spelling.
We have devolved. Like everything that we do poorly, we just continue to do even worse as we continue. But that's good. That keeps the people entertained. Keeps the people going.
Thanks, Quake. Stan, you're going to stick it to me. Weird. Quintero saying hi, Danny. All business, Danny. No problem, Ryan. Ben Tatum, what up? Nelson Aguilar, Tyrell, or Curtis Samuel in a PPR flex. Thanks for joining us, Ben. And to answer your question, I'm going to go Tyrell Williams if he's active today. I know it's a tough matchup against Xavier Rhodes and the Minnesota Vikings, but I'll still go with Tyrell.
We'll go Nelson Aguilar here.
I'm going Tyrell. No doubt in my mind.
Even though I like what I've seen from Samuel, but with no Cam Newton, I'm not messing with Panthers wide receivers this week. Speaking of Panthers wide receivers, Ryan B, Moore, Ridley, Brown, Aguilar, Burkhead, Devonta, I'm assuming Freeman, Thielen, Allen Robinson, pick 4.
Devonta.
Me too.
Thielen.
I'm going Thielen against the Raiders.
Thielen. That's 2.
Ridley.
Ridley is 3. I agree.
Robinson for me.
See, I'm going to go Aguilar as my 4th. And get another beer.
If it's John Brown, I'm going to go John Brown in the scenario as my 4th. So there you have it.
None of us agreed on the 4th one.
Yeah, we all had the same 3, but then the 4th one up for debate. Will Jenkins, thanks for joining us. At Flex, full point PPR, Mark Ingram or Bob Woods. In a rainy game, I mean, it's going to be a little bit ugly there for both teams, given the conditions there in Kansas City. I'll go with Bob Woods in a PPR format.
Ingram. Big game from Mark Ingram.
Yeah, I like Ingram. I'm leaning running back here. I've been on Bob Woods all day, but I'll go Ingram. I like Ingram.
You saw Joe Dumbbell. You guys ever had a combined score of 1 point from your kickers after 2 weeks?
No. And did you lose because of it, Userd?
Tell us who you're starting this week, and we'll make sure to tell everybody not to start him. That's pretty rough.
Absolutely. All you need to do is get the old Bucks kicker. What was his name? Aguado?
Oh, yeah. Well, his brother will be in the NFL before we know it.
Christ.
You stay away from him, too. For the love of God.
Roberto.
All business. Danny's got you covered. Thielen, Ridley, Devonta Freeman, and John Brown. He agreed with the Tater. Nice. Crayons. Pick 2. James Conner, Lockett, John Brown, or Joshy Gordpiece in a full point PPR. I'm still going to go with Conner if he is a go. And Tyler Lockett. I mean, Lockett's been pretty solid through the first 2 weeks, so I'm going with Lockett for sure.
These are very good options.
Yeah, I like these options too. I'll go Conner and Lockett.
I lean Conner and Lockett, but don't be upset if Johnny Brown goes out there and messes around for 20 points.
You guys are very high on John Brown this week.
Look, if I'm high on Josh Allen against the Cincinnati secondary, then I'm going to roll with John Brown. I mean,
I like Smokey Brown, man. I'm hoping he has a big day for you two.
Me too. I'm really high on Josh Allen right now, Buck. I'm rolling with the Bills Mafia. All business. Danny, Conner, and Lockett. James Villarreal, Matt Stafford, or Carson Wentz. Hey, Villarreal, welcome back, man. I'm going Carson Wentz, even though I like the matchup for Matthew Stafford.
I'm going to take Matt Stafford here. I think he has the better matchup, and I think he's going to have a big game. Matt Stafford.
I'm going Stafford. That Eagles secondary is atrocious, man.
It stinks.
It's bad. I'm going Stafford.
So Phil Carberry. Hey, gents, thanks for joining us. Phil, need 2. PPR, Cooks, Gordon, Lockett. Feel free, anybody. All right, I'll jump in.
Cooks and Lockett.
I'm going to go Cooks and I'm going to go Cooks and Lockett. I want to go Joshy Gordpiece so bad, but
Cooks and Lockett for me too. I agree.
From it. Villarreal, Seahawks D or Colts defense.
Seahawks.
I'll go Seahawks against Bridgewater.
Yeah, I'm going Seahawks against Bridgewater too. So Jeremiah, pick 3. Adam Thielen, Julian Edelman, Sammy Watkins, T.Y. Hilton, or Terry McLaurin, the Terrier. I'm going to go with the 3, Thielen, Edelman, Watkins. I'm not going to try to overcomplicate it.
I agree.
That sounds good. Strongest 3 options.
That's a good 3 in PPR, man.
That's a good 5 in PPR.
Oh, wait. Sir Joe, are you saying when I'm looking at this avatar, it's very small. I don't know how you're expanding it, but we're doing this through like a a platform here, and it's very small. It just looks like a very classy man wearing a suit. If it's really Pep Guardiola, I apologize. I couldn't make out the face.
All business Danny calling you out too.
Oh, that is Pep. Jeez, Danny, what do you look like? Probably look like me. Like, business only, baby. Yeah, I am a Tottenham supporter, and yesterday sucked. So let's move along. We have Bills games to win.
JJ Otto, thanks for joining us. I'm trading Russell Wilson, T.Y. Hilton, and Rams defense for Julio Jones, and I have Deshaun Watson.
Jesus Watson.
DeJesus Watson. I saw it I was like, what the hell, DeJesus?
It's the Jesus. The Jesus Watson is my new guy. If you have the Jesus Watson, start him. Put him in there as your quarterback. You can't lose with the Jesus.
Yeah, I'm trading Russell Wilson, T.Y., and a defense all day for Julio and Watson.
Yeah,
no
I'm okay with
questions
that.
asked. No questions asked. He corrected himself. Deshaun, no, it's DeJesus or DeJesus from moving forward.
No one messes with the Jesus.
Dab Wizard. Thanks for coming back, Dab. What up, guys? Should I start Robinson over Metcalf after his huge week last week? He's talking to Marcus Robinson. What do we think? What do we think about DeMarcus Robinson? He caught all 6 of his targets, went for 172 and 2 tutties. I like him.
I do like him, but I prefer Metcalf.
I'm going Metcalf too. That weather makes me nervous, man.
I'm gonna roll. If I'm taking a flyer on the 2, I love Metcalf long term, but Robinson really did the most. He did everything he could with the opportunities he got. And look, the weather be damned, Mahomes can still sling the damn ball in the rain. So I'm gonna go with DeMarcus Robinson.
All right.
If it's DeMarcus, it's okay. And of course, all business Danny jumping in right there, jumping in before we could get to it. He's going with DeMarcus Robinson as well. TS, what up? Woods or Hollywood for PPR?
Woods.
I'm going Woods.
The floor is better with Woods, but I just feel it's going to be, even with the rain, I think it's going to be a little bit higher scoring than you guys think. I'm going to go with Hollywood Brown. So, Dumbbell, you Sarjo, say Bucky should know better. Well, Bucky called out hard in the comments.
Eyes, it's my eyeballs. Blame my eyes. Don't blame me.
Carmichael Cleaning Mike, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us.
Love that.
This is my guy right now.
Yeah. All business is Carmichael.
This is more business than all business Danny. I'll tell you that right now.
DJ Moore or Mark Ingram in the flex PPR. I'm going to go Mark Ingram.
Ingram. No, put him in there, car cleaning Mike. Get that thing in there, bud.
JJ Auto. I'm trading Russell Wilson and TY. Okay. So, it was that same trade that he mentioned before. We're good to go. We already kind of got that one. Kyle Sava. Thank you for joining us. We got John Ross or John Brown as a wide receiver 2.5 point PPR. I'm going John Brown.
John Brown.
If you guys didn't say John Brown, I would be pissed right now.
Yeah,
you guys are riding his jock all day.
What are you, the comment police? Come on, dude. He's calling out Buck whenever he's saying, like, you can't go by average draft position, and then later Buck says you got to start mixing. Leave is the police over here. Is the fun.
Don't contradict yourself.
No, it's only for running backs that I do the draft.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm going John Ross.
No, it's John Brown. John Brown's going to have 6 catches, 85 yards. That already puts you at a net 14.5. Add in a tutty or 2. That's a big game. Go Bills.
Shoddy McThoddy. Thanks for
yes, he's back.
Shoddy
McThoddy.
Mac Breda Mixon pick 2. Love the vids. Thanks for the support, brother. I'm gonna go Breda and Mixon.
Yep.
I will agree. It is kind of a tough call, but Mac's a little banged up. So
the calf injury is it's messing with my mind.
Got that one already.
All right. Yeah, we already got that one. Brianna Singleton. Brianna, what's up? Thanks for joining us. Need 2. Chubb, David Johnson, Aaron Jones. I'm going Chubb and Aaron Jones.
I'm going David Johnson. Are you kidding me?
He went 7 carries for 14 yards last week. I'm not
worried about last week. I think he has a great matchup this week. I'm going David Johnson this week. He's in my top 10 running backs. It's David Johnson. It's Aaron Jones.
Wow, you're gonna sit Chubb?
Sit in the Chubb, man.
GTFO. There's not a chance in hell that I am ever benching Nick Chubb over anybody.
Don't you acronym me? Don't you come out here acronyming me?
There's no way.
That's a strong acronym too.
I'm with Tate. It's Chubb and Jones. Actually, all three of these guys are in my top 10 this week.
I mean, really, Brianna, that's a great problem to have. But
awesome team.
So yeah, congrats and thanks again for the question, Kyle. We already got this one, brother. I know that we're a little behind right now, so sorry about that. Carmichael cleaning Mike. We already got this one as well.
Yes, we got it. We're Ingram.
Yeah. All right. Is Zay Jones actually in the chat right now?
This is my guy.
Zay, welcome to the pod.
Those lollipops. I could use a good lollipop. Y'all ever had a blow pop lately? Those are delicious. I like the cherry blow pops. The cherry
or ping pong paddles.
Watermelon. Those I don't think those are ping pong.
Woods and McLaurin PPR
it's
for
Woods.
me. It's Woods.
It's Woods for me. Even though McLaurin's been great through the first 2 weeks, it's still Woods for me. Shotty McThotty, Ridley, Woods, or Diggs. Pick two. I'm going Ridley and Woods.
Ridley Woods. Ridley Woods.
I'm going Woods and Diggs, boys. I'm still sticking with Diggs.
Diggs is dead.
No.
We already got that one. We've got TS John Brown now. Stop spamming.
Hey, maybe old Kyle Stava's got a broken keyboard over there.
All right, Colby Houston. Thank you for joining us, Colby. Houston, we have a problem. John Brown or Frank Gore in a PPR.
I'm looking forward to your responses here.
This is tricky. In a PPR, I'm going John Brown, Buck.
I'm going John Brown as well.
God, you two make me sick. It's Gore. It is Gore.
I'm
sorry. Is off the rails. We're off the rails now.
Dab Wizard, kill Kyle. We got you, Kyle. We got you. Dab Wizard, have to set the lineup by 12:10. Okay, well, that's why he's hurrying up. My apologies if we haven't gotten to you guys quick enough. I know we're trying to get through a lot of questions. We thank you guys all so much for the support. Again, this is awesome answering you guys' questions. Big Balls is the username. Can we comment on that?
It's Chris Carson. The answer is Chris Carson with no penny in there.
In situations like this, you need to decipher who has the bigger balls. Is it Michelle? Is it Carson? For me, it's Chris Carson this week. Huge balls.
Carson easily. Woods or McLaurin in the PPR. We got Woods. Philip Dorsett as a sleeper. I mean, we saw 1 week without Antonio Brown. In week one, Dorsett scored twice against the Steelers. So what are you guys' thoughts on Philip Dorsett as a flex option this week?
Go Levy.
I mean, I like Dorsett. I mistakenly dropped him in a league with before the AB news came out, but yeah, I think he's got flex consideration the rest of the way.
Me too. I think he's a nice sleeper, and if you're in a pinch at wide receiver or in the flex spot in general, I think he's worth a shot today. And B, Bucky, what inspired the sport coat today?
General fashion trends, the way that the weather felt outside, it was as if my nipples had a breath of life when I touched the outside this morning. It was like 71 degrees, which is a rarity here in Tampa Bay. I felt like that the requisite move was to put on the sport coat. It's all business Buck, just like all business Danny Messi. So, I need to look as good as he does in his avatar that is actually Pep Guardiola. That's what inspired me today. It is a nice coat, though. This is I forget where I got this. I think it was at Brooks Brothers. I think it's a Brooks Brothers coat. Real nice. It's like $500. Way too much money. I should not have bought this. I wear it like once a year. So that's why I'm wearing it. Inspiration.
Mafia pin on there as well.
Yeah, no, the pin is what's going to persevere.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
And I think
we got Wiggins World. He's back.
That's my guy.
Joining us. Miko Hardman or Josh Jacobs in a half-point PPR. That's a little bit tricky. But I'm going to go, given the weather. And, I mean, Josh Jacobs, though, we talked about his 10-pound loss due to illness earlier this week. I'm still going to go Jacobs.
It's so close, but if the weather was not a concern,
yes,
and if things clear up, it's Mecole Hardman by a landslide for me here. Josh Jacobs is the pick, and I hate to say that though, because
I'm going Jacobs in that situation too. If there was a clear sunny day in KC, I agree, Bucky. It's Hardman.
It's close. Big balls. Tyler Boyd, Brandon Cooks, Bob Woods, or Dorsett
I'm going Boyd
for the last wide receiver spot.
This is the last spot.
Yeah, it's tough to say Boyd over Brandon Cooks and Bob Woods.
I agree.
If it's a PPR, though, I will go with Boyd just because I feel confident he's going to get the adequate volume to.
He's getting the most volume for sure.
Give me Brandon Cooks. I don't know what the format is, PPR or standard. Give me Brandon Cooks.
Got that one.
We got through that one. We got also DJ Moore and Mark Ingram, JJ Otto, T.Y. Hilton. Are we already? Yeah, we got to that one as well. Misamar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What up, boys? Happy Football Sunday to you as well. Half point PPR pick for wide receiver 2 and flex: Bob Woods, T.Y. Hilton, Kerryon Johnson, Emmanuel Sanders, and Sterling Shepard. For me, it's going to be in a half point PPR. It's still going to be Kerryon and Emmanuel Sanders.
Yes.
Of course. Misamar has the most ridiculous lineups. Like, he has Bob Woods, T.Y., Kerryon, Emmanuel Sanders, Sterling Shepard. I like all those options. But when it comes to the receivers here, for me, it is Bob Woods and then it's Kerryon Johnson in the flex.
All right. So Misa, you're the man. Thanks for joining us. One of the OG commenters on here on YouTube. Gregory Rowe, thanks for joining us. Calvin Ridley or Tyrell Williams for the flex in PPR? I'm going Calvin Ridley.
Yep.
I'll actually go Tyrell on this one. Give me the number one option.
We're trying to get caught up here. Kyle, John Ross or John Brown as a wide receiver 2 in half point PPR?
We already answered this. And
you've read that question like 18 times.
My apologies. I'm just trying to get caught up.
Just a moment of clarity here for everybody. Let's not spam the comment section. As you guys have seen, we go through. We will answer your questions.
Every single one of them.
So please do not spam the comments. Let's keep this a very good and a very safe place here for the commenters. Okay, we don't need to spam the comment section. We will get to your questions, and we're going to just ride it out. All right, so it helps everybody when we don't have repetitive nature on here. We will answer your question.
And guys, I'm like Ron Burgundy. If it's on the teleprompter, I read it. So
you can't help Tate with his problems. Okay, like, let's help him where we can, and let's not spam the comment section. Appreciate it.
Speaking of Tates. The dog joining Jordan Tate, Philip Lindsay, or Darwin Thompson for Kansas City. That's a tricky one.
Darwin.
I'm going Darwin today, man. I'm sticking to my guns.
All right, dog. We're all going to be in agreement here. We're going with Darwin Thompson. Thanks for joining.
Agreement, but that's all right.
All right. Yeah, Levy, I'll let you take control here.
All right, let's go. I'm ready. Tyler Boyd or Bob Woods?
Boyd.
I'm going Boyd.
Volume. Give me the volume. Lamar or Tommy B? Fatty Beats. Thanks for joining us.
Lamar.
Fatty Beats. If you have Lamar, you start him.
Every week. Let's go. Let's go, Lamar. Colonel Mustard or Mustard Gas?
Definitely the gas. All gas, no brakes.
I'm going Colonel Mustard. Mostert.
Move on. Bucky got me there. Sorry. All right. Toy, Jesus, didn't realize Cyborg is the number 4 all-time leading rusher. Needs like 400 yards to surpass Barreled Sandpiece.
He just keeps on turning. He's like the big wheel.
How crazy is that Frank Gore is the number 4 ever?
Dude, he's a no doubt first ballot Hall of Famer.
He's a freak of nature, and some would say not human. I'm one of those people.
All right, Austin, Bob Woods, John Ross, Terry McLaurin, Raheem Mostert, John Brown, or Nelson Aguilar. Pick one in a standard format.
Standard format, John Ross.
Raheem Mostert.
Standard
format. In a standard.
I'll go Mostert as well. I didn't want all 3 of us to pick someone different here because I really wanted to say Bob Woods, but I'm a Mostert believer. I'm with you, Tate. I know you're a believer.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Dab Wizard got his lineup set in a dilemma. I drafted Tyreek, but he's out for a few more weeks. Yep. Buck. I have Galladay. Should I package him up a trade for Hilton with some of my? No. I think Galladay is a much better option than T.Y. Hilton the rest of the way.
Agreed. I'm fully on board with Kenny Galladay this year. He has proven that he is a number one threat. He gets separation. He makes tough catches, contested catches. He's the real deal. Matt Stafford always going to be chucking the ball around.
Tater?
Strong hold for Galladay. Yep.
All right, cool. Brianna, thanks again for another question here. PPR, Mike Evans, Marquise Brown, David Montgomery, or David Johnson. That's a hell of a – you've got a great roster.
Yeah.
David Johnson.
I would go David Johnson as well.
I'll go Johnson too, but I really hope Mike Evans finds the end zone this week.
What
I
a
don't think
lineup.
David Montgomery the ball.
I think Brianna must have the best lineup in the world. If David
Absolutely.
Johnson is a flex option, damn, girl.
It's better than any of my lineups.
Yeah.
Greg Olsen or OJ Howard? I don't remember.
Sir.
We took
We already
Olsen
answered
earlier.
this.
Well, Greg Olsen for clarification.
Yeah. I didn't know if that was the same individual that asked it, but PPR, I have Mahomes, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's just like, I don't want to read the whole roster. Flex, Edelman, McLaurin, T.Y., Duke, or McCoy. And it is a PPR.
Edelman.
Yes. Dab, I don't think you need to trade Galladay, man.
Dab, just party on, buddy.
Just keep dabbing.
Keep dabbing.
All right, so lost James White today. PPR format, Gio, Justin Jackson, Darwin Thompson, or Balaj. It's Thompson.
Thompson.
Ingram or Kona?
Ingram.
Ingram for me too. Tate, you're gonna say Connor.
No, I'm gonna go Ingram.
All right, Leo, thanks for joining us, dude. I think it's the first time I've seen you on here. Alex, Frank Gore, or Joe Mixon?
Ooh.
PPR.
Yeah, Christ almighty.
This is crazy to make this decision in week 3.
Joe Mixon.
I said it before. You spent the money, you spent the resources on Joe Mixon. You got to start Joe Mixon, and that sucks.
I'm going Frank Gore.
Jeez.
Frank Gore, the volume is going to be there. I think they're going to beat up on him today. This is going to be I'm watching this game. It's going to be a good game.
Bills, Bengals.
Bills, baby.
Bills are probably going to woodshed them 35-7.
Let's be honest though, the Bills should never be more than a 6-point favorite in any game. It's weird to see them as a 6-point favorite.
6.5 now. It moved.
Hate to see it. Randy Cobb or Mike Williams? Megan, thanks for joining us.
Mike Williams, Megan Bolander.
Megan, it is Mikey Williams.
Mike Williams for me too. Unanimous.
Leo, Thielen or Fitz?
Fitz.
I'm going Thielen against that Raiders secondary.
Thielen for me as well.
Worse in the NFL.
It's close though. Admit it's close, Tate.
It's close. Yeah. It's close. You saw Joe. I need one. Aguilar, Sanders, Williams, Diggs. Full point PPR. Sanders for me.
Which
Yes,
Sanders is this? Is this
Emmanuel.
either Sanders?
Emilio Sanders. Emilio.
I'll go Sanders as well, actually.
The Emilio Estevez guy.
Randy Hall, thanks for joining us. Haven't seen you in here in a while. With White out in the flex PPR, Miles Sanders, Preston Williams, Debo Samuel, or Mostert?
Mostert.
Yeah, give me the old Mostert.
I'll go Raheem as well. Miles Sanders is number 2 for me in that. Burt Boy, full point PPR, Edelman or Galladay?
Galladay.
It's tough in a full point PPR. It's tough to ever sit Edelman, but
It is.
I will go Galladay against that Philadelphia secondary.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a big game today. I can just feel it. Which 2 wide receivers should I start and 1 flex? So we need 3 of these options here, gents. Michael Thomas, Adam Thielen, Larry Fitzgerald, John Brown, and then the running backs you could also. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, gents, but Michael Thomas and Thielen are the 2 wide receivers, correct? Well, Bucky would say Fitz over Thielen, so
I think you guys are still sleeping on Larry Fitz.
I'm not sleeping. I'm playing Thielen over him.
You're damn near incapacitated sleeping on him.
I'm playing Ingram in the flex.
John
Ingram,
Brown
Connor,
should be in
and
this
McCoy.
conversation too. I mean,
I know. I prefer Ingram. I like Michael Thomas. I would say it's a coin flip between Thielen and Fitz.
I'm going Thomas and Thielen as the 2 wide receivers, and I'm going Ingram as my starting running back.
I agree with Tate. Good options though. I like it.
All right, last chance for questions, folks. We're wrapping up here in about 5-10 minutes, so please get the questions in. We're going to rapid fire these out. Again, thank you for the support. This is a great time. We love doing this, getting the people the answers they deserve and the wins that you've earned.
Yes. All right, Gregory Rowe, thanks for joining us. Rodgers or Rivers? And then there's let's answer that part first. Go ahead, gents.
Oh, I'm going to go Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it's not easy, but I would go Rodgers.
It's Rodgers.
Yeah. Or do I take a shot on Kyle Allen, Stafford, or Dalton?
No.
I wouldn't mess around. I do like Stafford today, though.
Stafford's a good play today.
Hyde or Godwin? Half-point PPR.
Godwin.
And a half-point PPR, Godwin, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Godwin as well. Dab is yelling at us. I'm not trading Galladay. I meant, should I trade some of my bench receivers for TY? Sure.
Oh, yeah, of course. Depends on who the bench receivers are, but why the WTF? Why am I in caps, Dab?
I'm just dabbing.
I love it. Brianna again. Wide receiver 1 is Hopkins. Wide receiver 2 is Adams.
Tight end is Andrews, but you're 0-2. You've had a tough break, Brianna. But look, life is but a mountain that you need to climb, right? And you're climbing. We're all climbing this mountain together. Fantasy Focus, brought to you by the original Hooters.
It's Q. Mixon Diggs or Marvin Jones?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Joe Mixon. Again, Joe Mixon.
She's trying to take as many letters of the alphabet as Alshon Jeffrey does on a weekly basis. I'm going Mixon of these options. Thanks for joining us, Q.
Alex Smith, what's up? Tyrell or Hollywood?
Hollywood
Brown, yep.
It's Tyrell for me. I'll take the number 1 option in offense.
I just don't like that matchup against Xavier Rhodes if I can avoid it.
Fair. Robbie, is it Switch?
Swike.
I don't know. Bucky's the name guy.
I'm going to say Swike, but it could be Sweech. I like it, though. It's a good name. 3 wide receiver, 2 flex, 1 super flex. Larry Fitz or Derek Carr in the super. I'm always going to opt for the quarterback here, Derek Carr.
Me too. I'm not a big fan of the matchup.
Quakey. Hopkins for Keenan Allen and Miles Sanders in a standard format.
Oh, that means LEB.
Yeah, I know. I would do it.
Can I reserve the right not to give advice to a fellow league mate? But I mean, yes, I would. No, I would go. I would actually stick with D-Hop. I'm not that high on Miles Sanders or any Philadelphia running back for that matter.
Ooh, pick the Packers in Survivor this week.
Levy, did I get my Survivor pick in?
I don't know. I'm not going to remind you this week. I'm not going to remind you.
Can you check?
Answer the question. Yes, I will check. Packers win. Packers win today.
Why would you pick the Packers today in the Survivor? Like, you have at least 2 options that should be just like cut and dry that you need to exploit this week, in my opinion.
New England.
Yeah, you can go New England or you can go Buffalo Bills. Just routing cats.
Yeah, I agreed. I would pick someone else.
I wouldn't want to mess with Denver.
I picked the Buffalo Bills. Think about it. When are you going to have another opportunity aside from when they face off against the Dolphins in a few weeks? But the Bills just make sense. They're going to win today. I'm feeling good. I got the shirt on. I got the hat on. I got the Bills Mafia pin. We are riding high.
Bucks, you're going to, I hope they win, but for entertainment purposes, I kind of hope they get smoked this weekend just to see you come back to reality.
I prefer life on Pluto. I prefer living life on planet Pluto. It's still a planet, damn it. It's real to me, damn it.
Jordan W.
Bucks, you did get you got your Survivor pick in, confirmed.
Okay, good.
Packers or Cardinals defense. Packers going against Denver. Cardinals going against Panthers, led by Kyle Allen. I'm going to go with the Packers defense. I'm not going to trust the Cardinals defense.
Packers D all day.
Good.
Same thing.
Packers D. Kyler Murray or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen?
Allen.
Russell Wilson.
Russell. I'm going Russell Wilson.
I have Russell just above Kyle Allen. So when you put that question for me, I actually have Russell as my number 3 quarterback. Josh Allen's my number 4. So
That avatar is fantastic, Wonton.
How did you might be good at Photoshop. You got yourself in a wonton bowl of soup over there.
I'm
That's
terrified of that. I like it.
Should I go
slip into our DM so you can do some graphics for us because that's good.
right? This is I'm assuming this is a DFS question. Sanders and Olsen or Fitz and Disley?
I'm gonna go Sanders and Olsen.
Sanders Olsen, yeah.
Sanders Olsen, I agree. Full PPR, Boyd, Ridley, or Brown. Ooh, I can't wait to hear you guys answer this one.
Is Brown John Brown or Hollywood Brown?
Ooh,
We do need to know that, but I would go Boyd.
See, I'm going Calvin Ridley. This is tough. That's a really tough lineup of 3 people.
I'm going Boyd too. There's a lot of targets on a weekly basis with him, and they're going to be playing from behind today.
Good problems to have. 10,000 AD.
Rams or Panthers?
Hmm.
I don't really like.
Panthers.
I don't really like.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I think the Panthers game is going to have some points. I
Pick
think
up
that's gonna
someone
be
else.
Pick up someone else.
Get a third option in there. I need more.
I need more.
Swish. Okay. So I think I was closest. I said, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I didn't.
I like Swish. Swish sounds good.
Swish, swish.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Swish. Come back next
thank you.
week.
Please subscribe. I just saw Brianna, you subscribe. Thank you. Project Badass. Thank you. I'm getting all these alerts over here. Megan, Gore or Devonta?
I'm going Freeman.
Freeman.
I know Singletary's out and Gore's going to get touches, but I'm going Freeman for one more week.
Megan, go with Frank Gore. He is the 4th all-time leading rusher. He will ho-hum his way, Tate.
Ho.
I know. To 89 yards and a touchdown today.
Wow. An actual yard prediction there from the WAT.
I'm very precise with my predictions. Ridley or Marquise?
Ridley.
Yeah, I'll go Ridley as well. All right, we got a few more minutes here, guys.
All right, we probably got 8 more questions.
Yep.
And then we're headed out. We gotta set sail on the open waters of week 3. Some of us will perish, and that's okay. There's always a bounce back. When you perish on the open sea, you can come back. And that's what we're here for. We're here to help you come back.
Well said.
Yeldon, Ridley, Burkhead at flex PPR. Someone's hinting that you're going to pick Yeldon here, Buck.
I'm not picking Yeldon. I'm going to pick Ridley 100% of the time here.
Yeah, it's Ridley.
Yeah, it's definitely Ridley.
All right, Tyler, half point PPR flex. DJ Moore, John Brown, Phil Lindsay, or Carlos Hyde. Man, there's a lot of Johnny Brown out there today.
He's a good option today.
I know.
I still like Carlos Hyde here, though.
Half point PPR. I'm actually going to go John Brown.
Oh,
I'm going Carlos Hyde. I'm with you, Buck.
Get him, Josh Allen. Torch today. Circle the wagons, Buffalo Bills.
I'm hoping for the best. Like, I hope John Brown goes out there and gets 8 catches for 95 yards and a tutty. But at the end of the day, if we're talking about, 0.5, I think Carlos Hyde, just that requisite touch count, is going to propel him to a better day.
Yeah, and I think Hyde finds the end zone today. He's due for a tutty.
Yeah.
Scott Hoskins, thanks for joining us, dude. Mike Williams or DK Metcalf in a PPR?
I'm going to go Mike Williams.
Same.
It's close. Close, though.
It is close.
DraftKings,
Similar.
Austin, Hooper, and Fitz. Oh, we already got this one, right? No, we didn't. No, this is a
different question. So for Austin, Hoop, and Fitz, or Samuels and Greg Olsen, I still like Sanders and Greg Olsen this week.
I'm with you on that. Adam Young, thanks for joining us. Cup or Juju?
Finally, a Juju sighting. I'm going to still go with Juju Smith-Schuster. I actually thought Mason Rudolph looked pretty good with the action, being pressed into action with the Roethlisberger injury last week. Threw 2 tutties. I'm going to go with Juju.
Yeah, I'll go Juju as well. Bucks. I don't know what happened to your mic there, but
wait, what's going on?
Oh, there you go. I just didn't hear what you said.
You're back. Bucky's back.
Did you go Juju or Cup, Buck?
Cup.
Okay. All right.
Inadvertently turn it off.
I don't know what happened. Joe
go.
wants to know if he's going to score more than 1 point with Joey Sly. I don't even know who Joey Sly is.
He's a kicker.
Well, I figured, but
Absolutely.
Odds are in your favor, Joe.
What's your go-to Chinese takeout order, Buck?
Oh, that's a great question. B, thank you. Spicy Hunan beef.
Watkins or Boyd in standard? I'll go Watkins.
In a standard, I'm going Watkins too.
Buck?
Give me Tyler Boyd.
Man, all right. All right.
Levy didn't like that answer.
Hates it.
Bucky just loves to hate on the glass man because he's performing up to his expectations right now that, he had for the Bills a few years ago.
We're doing good.
Mostert, Allen Robinson, Freeman, Diggs, or John Brown. Need one wide receiver, one flex.
John Brown, Devonta Freeman.
Did you say his username, Mark Andriotti? Come on, Levy.
I said Mark.
Oh, you just said Mark. You stayed away from Andriotti?
Yeah, I don't try to pronounce things I know I'm going to butcher.
Freeman and Brown.
Freeman and Brown as well, yeah. Correct.
Wow, I'm going Mostert and Diggs. So I guess I
don't understand the Diggs thing. It is so apparent that they don't want to throw the football. Like, what are you doing?
I mean, he's scored. He's scoring touchdowns.
I get it.
But we're talking about game flow. We're talking about the fact that they are not passing the football, Levy. And I want to get you off this ledge. If we need to talk some counseling afterwards, it's okay. We can do it.
It is a great matchup, though, against the Raiders secondary.
You guys are getting way too cute starting John Brown over.
Brown sees consistent volume all year long. I don't know.
I like Brown as a player, but I'm not starting him over Diggs.
Why? John Brown has been a professional, and he's been one of these guys that has really shown out over the last 2 years.
We got to finish these questions. Rivers or Cousins? Quick, Tate.
Rivers.
Thank you, Misamar. Good luck this week.
Misamar always stays winning.
Disley or OJ Howard in a half-point PPR?
OJ.
I'm going to go with OJ Howard, even though Disley had a nice week. I'm still going to go OJ Howard for one more week. They're going to make it a point to get him the ball this week.
Same.
Yep.
Mark, Mostert, Demarcus Robinson, or Josh Jacobs for flex?
Damn. It's hard to keep Josh Jacobs out of the game, but if this is a PPR, I'm going to go Demarcus Robinson because we don't really know what the health status is on Jacobs. But it's Jacobs if it is a standard PPR, Demarcus Robinson.
I'm with Buck.
Man, all right.
Mostert's tough to leave out, though.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I know, man. I'm big on Mostert.
Basis.
It's good problems to have. Good problems to have.
I'll go Jacobs as well. Half point PPR flex Montgomery or Curtis Samuels. I'll go Montgomery with no Cam. Jason Witten or Jared Cook. Jason Witten. Tate,
I believe I went Cook earlier, so I'm going with Cook.
Yeah. All right. Half point PPR. Miles Sanders or McCoy or Scary Terry. I hate the Scary Terry nickname.
Terry. It's Terrier, damn it.
Hey, we got the PPR half point. I'm going to go Scary Terry.
Go McLaurin.
Terrier.
I'll go Sanders there in that situation. Curtis Samuel or Mike Williams. It's Mike Williams all day for me.
Me too.
Mike Williams up. All right. 2 more, boys. Let's go.
Malcolm Brown is my RB2. That you hate to see that, man.
You just hate it, and I'm playing him. You're going down.
Cook, Everett, or Goddard?
You're
Goddard's
going
banged up. I'm not going Everett. I'm going Cook. This is an easy choice for me.
I'm fired up right now.
That's dookie options, but Cook.
3 beers.
All right.
Good luck.
We got a couple more. Seahawks going to be 4-0. Love that. Darrell Williams announced as a starter for the Chiefs today.
Ooh, we haven't been mentioning Darrell.
Interesting.
Has McCoy been ruled out?
No, not yet. Yeah, we've been anti-McCoy all day, but if for some reason you got him in your lineup, get him out.
Well, I need to tend to my lineups now, boys. So
that's it. We're caught up.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really love this. We love doing it every single Sunday. We'll be here for you. We've been quite good. I feel like our advice has been sound through 2 weeks, and now we're on week 3. We're going to provide the best coverage out there. We're going to drink the most Miller Lights, and we're going to have a good day. Today's going to be a great day. Go out there and find your rainbow.
The last question. I agree. Thanks for joining in. Connor or David Montgomery. I'm going Connor, even though he's a little banged up, but good luck to you guys.
I'm going to go David Montgomery.
Connor, go to Hooters. Bucks by a trillion. Bills by $1 billion. It's going to be a great day today out there.
And again, yet if you have not done so, if this is your first time joining us, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the like button. We really appreciate y'all joining us here on Fantasy Focus, the live show. We'll be back next Sunday at 11 Eastern Standard Time. And until next time, later, says the Tater, and good luck in week 3.
See ya.
Yes, Stab Wizard, you can cry on my shoulder if you need to, buddy. I'm always here for you. Broad shoulders. God bless.